Hi guys, Miss Hallett here. We are going to do an anchor chart for polygons. Now I think of polygons as a big overarching idea, and then we are going to classify them into 3 different types of polygons that we need to know for 3rd grade. Okay, so I have all my colors here. I want you to go ahead and get all your colors and get your paper, and we'll do this together. Go ahead and press pause, go get all your materials, and come back. All right, are we ready to go? Okay, I'm going to start with red, and I'm going to title up at the top of, I'm going to think about a tree map, okay, because that is the best kind of map for classifying. So I'm going to start with polygons at the top. Now I'm going to put a little definition here. So I'm going to start, not in the middle, but I'm going to start way over here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so polygon. What is a polygon? Okay, so a polygon is a multi-sided closed shape with only straight lines. So I'm going to start up here, and I'm going to do it kind of like this, so I don't have to write, so I don't have to try to fit in here so much. So I'm going to do 2 lines. Okay, so a polygon is a multi-sided shape. Multi-sided shape that is closed and only has straight lines. Okay, you get that? If you didn't, go ahead and pause. All right, so now I'm going to take my black and draw a line underneath this to start my map, my tree map. Ooh, here we go. Try to be straight without a straight edge, that's okay. All right, now I'm going to start my tree map like this. You know how I like to have straight lines. Okay, so we're going to break our polygons into 3 different parts: triangles, parallelograms, and then other shapes. Okay, so let's start with triangles. Triangles seem blue to me. So I'm going to write triangles I should say, triangles over here. Triangles. Okay, so for triangles, I know that my 2 big categories for quadrilaterals are going to be really big. So I'm going to draw a line that goes way down here because I only really have 1 type of triangle. So I'm going to take my black again, and I'm going to underline here my triangles, and then I'm going to draw a line way down here. And then I'm going to continue classifying black to my blue on what a triangle is. Okay, again, I'm going to try my best with my straight lines. And how many sides does a triangle have? 3 sides, right? So that is the only attribute that a triangle has. So I'm going to put a little star here, and I'm going to put, can you see? 3 sides. 3 sides. Okay, now I'm going to go back into the middle, and I'm going to classify more polygons, and this time I'm going to do quadrilaterals. That is a very big classification, so it's going to take a little bit more room. So I'm going to start over here and do Q, U, A, D, R, I, L, quadrilateral. Okay, and I'm going to put a tiny definition, 4 sides. That way I can remember quad means 4. Okay, all of these shapes have 4 sides. So I'm going to start by underlining here. Woo. And then I'm going to break my quadrilaterals into 2 categories. Do you know what they are? One is parallelogram, and then the other is trapezoids. Okay, so I'm going to do trapezoids in light blue. I'm going to do this light blue. Okay, so I'm going to start with trapezoid right here. Trapezoid. Okay, now trapezoids have 2 sets of parallel lines, but that's basically the only attribute of a quadrilateral the trapezoid has. So I'm going to, it's a lot of switching with my black, but that's okay. All right, here we go. 1 trapezoid. Let's start with the all-known, kind of everybody knows what this is a trapezoid, right? Now another funny looking trapezoid might be like this type of trapezoid. Okay, and then again, another type of trapezoid would look like this. Okay, the biggest thing we need to remember is that there is 1 pair of parallel lines. Okay, so here we're going to put 1 pair of, now I'm going to shorten parallel lines. I'm just going to draw two lines that are parallel. Parallel lines. And because my wall is textured, it looks like, doesn't look real straight. But anyway, 2 pairs of parallel lines. Okay, and again, they have 4 sides, but we already know that. Okay, so I'm going to take my yellow and I'm going to highlight my parallel sides. Okay, I'm going to highlight the parallel right here. So here's my parallel lines. Here's parallel lines. These are parallel lines here. Okay, now we're going to go over to the next set of quadrilaterals, which is the parallelograms. Parallelograms. Whew, let's go green for parallelograms. Okay, I'm going to start over here and write pair. Ooh, I think it's only 1 R. Yep. So A-L-L, pair, I have my little cheat sheet over here. Parallelograms. Okay, back to my black. I'm going to underline and draw my line down. The first parallelogram I'm going to do is the shape that's called a parallelogram. Let me move over a little bit. There we go. That is called a parallelogram. And so that is the shape that has 2 pairs of parallel sides and the opposite sides are congruent. So trying here. Okay, so this is a parallelogram, and this one has two pairs of parallel lines. Okay, two pairs. So that means this line and this line are the same. Oh, that means that line and that line are parallel, and this line and this line are parallel. And then the other attribute is the opposite sides are congruent. Congruent means what? Do you remember? Means they're the same length. Okay, so that means this side and this side are the same, and this side and this side are the same. Okay, we're going to go back and highlight our parallel lines in just a minute. All right, so now I'm going to do a rectangle. A rectangle is a parallelogram, but has a couple more attributes. Okay, so again, there's two pairs of parallel lines, and the opposite sides are congruent. Now in a rectangle, not only is this true, but there are 4 right angles. Okay, there's 4 right angles. So this side and this side are the same, this side and this side are the same. There's two pairs of parallel lines, and then there are 4 right angles. Okay, we're going to go back and highlight, so don't worry. Okay, let's go to the rhombus. Okay, now the rhombus is going to have 2 pairs of parallel lines, and the opposite sides are congruent. It does not have 4 right angles. Let's see if I can. Okay, so let's think about this. There's 2 pairs of parallel lines. Okay, the opposite sides are congruent. In fact, all 4 sides are congruent. And the opposite angles are also congruent. That means this side, this side, this side, and this side are all the same. It also means that this angle and this angle are the same, and this angle and this angle are the same. Okay? And then all the sides are the same length. But they also have 2 sets of parallel lines. Okay, moving on to the last one, which is our square. Okay, our square. You ready for the square? Now the square is like a rectangle. In fact, we'll probably say on here that it is a rectangle, but it's just like the rectangle, a rectangle and it has all 4 sides are congruent. 4 sides are congruent. Okay? 4 right angles. So I'm going to know that if this is a rectangle, I'm going to go up here. And what are the attributes of the rectangle? Well, it has 2 pairs of parallel lines and 4 right angles. So it's just like that, except for all sides are congruent. So let's go back and we're going to highlight the parallel lines. Okay, here's one set. I'm going to do two different colors to show you. There's one set of parallel lines. Okay, all of them that go this way, I'm going to do yellow, like this. And then I'm going to do orange for the other set of parallel lines. So you can see that there are two sets of parallel lines on all of them. Okay? Whew, parallelograms is a long list. All right, so our last classification over here is going to be other, the other shapes. I'm going to do the other shapes in, let's go pink. Okay, so here we're going to say others. Okay, put the pink aside for a minute, get the black out, and draw my straightest line here. And I'm going to go down to about here, I think. Okay, others. Now the others, we're going to do three others. The three that we need to know, which is, the first one is a pentagon, and that one has 5 sides. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we know that this is a polygon, meaning that it is a multi-sided shape that is closed and only has straight lines. But this one is a pentagon, and a pentagon has 5 sides, okay? 5 sides. Now let's go to a hexagon. Okay, I'm going to get down here. You might not be able to see me, but you hopefully can see my drawing. A hexagon has 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now it doesn't matter on these ones about parallel lines. It doesn't matter that they're the same side, same length. It doesn't matter. It's just the number of sides. So this one is the hexagon, and that one has 6 sides. All right, and the last one you need to know is my favorite, the octagon. Okay, so octagon has 8 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and this is an octagon. Okay, and this one has 8 sides. Like I said before, it doesn't matter if they're the same length or not, if they're congruent or not, if they're parallel or not. I do see that the pentagon has 2 parallel lines here, but it doesn't have to be, okay? So let's go through and talk about some special vocabulary on here. I'm going to do this in, I think I'll do it in brown. We don't have any brown yet. Okay, so our special vocabulary here. We're going to start right here. Can you kind of see? I'm going to get way down here. Okay. We're going to start with bullet points like this. Parallel lines. Okay, so parallel lines look like this, right? They will never meet. They will never cross. Ever. Okay, so parallel lines are lines that will never meet or cross. Okay, our next vocabulary word here that we used a lot is right angle. Okay, a right angle has 90 degrees. 90-degree angle, okay? And a 90-degree angle looks like this. Remember the little square in the corner. Okay, our last vocabulary word that we use a lot is congruent. Congruent. Now, congruent just means the same length. Okay, so for example, I'm going to put a square, and then I'm going to put those lines to show that they're all the same. Okay, so we know a square has all the same size length of sides. Okay, so here is the anchor chart for polygons. I hope you learned a lot, and I hope that you pressed pause and you did your best, and you can watch it over again if you need to. Okay, well, have a wonderful day and see you soon.